Alright guys, what's going on? So, let's do a quick recap today. You know, I got a crazy migraine going on for some reason. It wasn't really from trading, I'll tell you that, because I'm finishing the day up again. Another green day. Look at this, look how beautiful that looks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green days in a row. 1,600 bucks. Can't really be upset about that, right? That said, there was some good lessons to be learned today. Let's pull over the P&L. You can see what's going on. So, anyone who traded today knows that there wasn't that much momentum early on in the market. So, we had a lot of false breakouts. We had let's see what I took on here. Here was my first trade, kind of out of the gates. So you can see here, we saw a pretty decent pre-market chart. You know, it was kind of grinded up a bit. It pulled back, and it was coming right back to the highs right before the open. You can see... Oh, no, I just screwed everything up. Whatever, I'll fix it later. So, you can see here, we didn't have really much resistance all the way back up to 577. Now, the second day of a move usually isn't that good, but that said, this was looking good, especially over 389. This was looking good. So, what does it do right at the bell? 389, 390, just touches 394, sells off. So, I saw that. There wasn't really much buying, so I got in at 91 just for the break of pre-market highs, which at the time were 390. And then it wasn't breaking out, so I got out for a 3-cent loss, and you know, that was great. So, 3 minutes later, what do I see? I see CHFS. And what does this thing do? It does pretty much the same thing. So, 2 minutes later, it started to pop up. You can see here at 9:32 is when I bought. Right near the end of the candle, you can see. At 51 seconds. So, you know, this popped up a couple cents. Nothing crazy. It really didn't make a move past 327, and then it just... Oh, my camera's blurry there. Hello? And then it just sold off. So, you know, I got in and out for a quick... Bought, sold. Yeah, it was a quick win. Small loser, sorry. Like I said, my head hurts so much right now. I can't really think. So, a 5-cent loss. 600 shares, you know, another tiny loss, and that was fine. But see, that should have been my cue from the market that things are slow today, and things are not just going straight up like they were before, and I just need to sit back and wait. And I pretty much did that. You can see again with the P&L. I pretty much did that, except for MNLO. I was a little preemptive on this trade. So, and so I got in at 944. So the first 1 minute candle to make a new high, because we saw, you know, we saw this. So this looks like a decent setup normally, right? But in this market, and especially with just what happened, not only am I afraid, every other trader collectively, as like a whole, is afraid to buy this. So there's a lot more false breakouts, right? So first minute candle, 1 minute candle to make a new high. I was in for that at 903. It pops up to 910. I'm waiting for it to get to like 920 or, you know, break through. And then I was going to put orders up around 920. Didn't happen. So I had to sell for a loss. Some shares for a 3-cent loss. Other shares for a 10-cent loss. That one was a little more like, I wasn't happy that I was in it. But in a normal market, that would have worked. The daily looks like crap. You can see the daily down here. It doesn't even make any sense. Is there any news? No, it was just the news that it dropped. I can't see the news here why it dropped. 409. Clinical trial setback. Okay, well that'll do it. But either way, there was no news to sustain this move, so that's where I was like, okay, just relax. I took a trade on MYSZ somewhere in here. I think I took 1,000 shares. Where are we here? Yeah, 12 or I honestly can't remember if I meant to take this many shares. You can see that we're all bought at the same time. What is that? 1,200 shares. It's too much. I shouldn't have done that. So I was just quickly selling, just trying to get that quick profit because I know now that the market is not moving that much. So what I should have done was just waited and waited for Cone. So Cone was on our watch list. Cone was doing this pre-market. It actually didn't do much, but it propped up a bit. And then when it started to grind higher, following the 9 and the 20 moving average, that's when it started to look really good. And then I got in for this halt. So this is where I screwed up. I got in for this halt. Beautiful. I was in this low volume, kind of grind up into the halt. Cone. So I bought 8. How much did I buy here? 800 at 634, 635. So right for the break, pretty much, of this little ascending triangle here. So that was perfect. But I sold 400 way too prematurely. Yeah, I got in for this and I was waiting for it to surge. So when it surged, I sold 400 into that, and then out of the halt, I dumped my shares right away. But this is what I saw before, so there's not a lot of volume in here. I know that a lot of traders miss this. They're going to want to get into it because Cone is known for making crazy moves. You can see here on this day it went from $1.70 to $10. You know, it has a lot of quick pop-ups, so this is a stock that does move. I don't know. So there's only, 30,000 shares traded per 1 minute candle. So I knew that a lot of traders weren't in this yet. We haven't had the 100, 200, 300,000 share candles. I think I was a little more nervous because of I didn't have these wins. All I had really was this on the day. So I wanted to make sure I locked in a profit. I can't remember. I was just a little too nervous to follow my strategy, which would have been wait and hold on until this surge comes in. So when it opens here at 720. I sell at 720. So 721. And I watch it. I'll show you the video, but within 5 seconds it was up towards $8. So I knew as the traders were coming in, and this is the volume we like to see. So this is actually all the traders finally coming into this. This thing eventually grinded all the way up to $10, but that's not the point. The point is that I should have held on. Well, especially my initial shares, but for this push. So I'll show you in the video exactly what I'm talking about, because it's really, really easy to see. Okay, here it is. So I'm in Cone, waiting for the volume to come in. So I'm in here at 635, 634. I don't want to bail out quite yet. It's riding this average right here. So my stop was a little too loose of about 30 cents, but I was ready to take this loss and then just call it a day. And I would have been down 150 or 200 on the day. That would have been it. So kind of risky to get in where I got in, but I thought that there was going to be volume. So let's fast forward it. So the volume eventually does come in. You can see there, I tried to get a quick sell. So I got a sell at 45, locked in some profit. And then maybe what I should have done is re-added. But it just went straight from, I don't know if you saw that. Excuse me, it went straight from 45 to the 70s. So 46, 75, there, 30 cents. So, and from there it was just straight into a halt. So you can see the ask isn't moving. I think I'd try and get filled, but then I'm glad I didn't, and I quickly cancel these orders. Okay, first trade, I got all the way out, and then I said, okay, over 675, it'll keep going, so I'd get back in. So 670 here, 672, 3, so I'm back in at 73. And we get, this is how it acts right before it's about to get halted. Everyone pops up on the bid. So it was a 10-minute halt. Let me show you here where we are. Okay, so let's move this back. Let me change the song here. Sorry. Okay, so it's about to get unhalted. I already have a sell. I already have my order out to sell at 716. This was my mistake. Like I said, there was no volume. I should have waited for all the traders to come in. So it's gonna get unhalted at some point. So okay, unhalts. I sell. Okay, I'll unpause it. You can see people are just piling into this stock. Look, 745, 48.50, 60, 70, 80. So I definitely could have gotten fills up in here. So my 500 shares. If I had gotten an extra 40 cents, you know, that would have been an extra $200 on this trade. So I am happy that I'm leaving money on the table rather than holding on for too long. But there was no reason for me to sell this one early. It was a 10-minute halt. People were scrambling to get in. This was the first thing moving. It had room all the way up to pretty much 760 where I wanted to sell, where this resistance was on the daily. There's no volume. The volume had to come in after, but I guess I was just a little nervous about locking in the profits. So, like I said, I don't want to make this video too long. I don't feel too hot right now. But you know, I'm finishing the day up $250, so that's great. I said I slightly overtraded. So at the beginning there, right? I shouldn't have had these losses. You know, even that, without these, I could have had an extra $100, $200 on the day. I should have stuck to my strategy on Cone, so I said that. I gave out like 50 cents on 500 shares for not believing in my strategy. So, actually, I'll say I didn't really follow my rules. I took too many shares on that one trade. I'm not gonna do that again. So, this is what I started to act like right before this big loss, right here. I started to get a little. So you can see I wrote here. Lacked quite a bit of discipline. Preventing revenge and overtrading. So I said here, back to 500 shares. And then the next day, sure enough, it happened. So we had stuff like today happen. So this was the first day of false breakouts. So I expect tomorrow to be way more kind of sketchy trading. Maybe tomorrow will be a smaller green day. I'm going to take it easy. I'm not going to go above 600 shares because I'm not going to have another day like this. Okay, I'm already up more than that loss, and, you know, quadruple what I made last month, already in April. So, I just need to protect this. I don't need to do anything stupid, go crazy, none of that stuff. So, I'm starting to ramble again, so I'll stop. I'm playing with this card a lot, too, because I'm kind of distracting myself from my headache, so yeah, so I kind of missed some other moves, because, like, I went and laid down again, just because like I said, I'm not feeling too hot. CRC, what made some moves today while I was not here? Let me just look. Oh, CNET, I think CNET was it. So CNET, right around when I stopped trading at 10:30 or so, it started to pop up. It had a really beautiful 5-minute setup. So volume increasing, a little high volume on the sell-off, but right as it broke 216 here, it was just kind of off to the moon. Maybe not quite the moon, but 216 all the way up to 275. This is what the 1 minute looked like, just grinding. So I missed out on that, but I'm not too upset about that. I don't know if I would have taken the trade. So, great day. You know, I'm learning. I'll be able to better predict and better trade or whatever the halts and using all the indicators like I was talking about on the daily for Cone and the volume before the halt. Just stuff like that I'll get better at. I'm going to stop rambling. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you traded well today. Please subscribe if you like my videos. Leave a comment. I answer every question. I try and comment on everybody's thing that comments. So have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow.